Hi everyone, welcome to One Stop Mathematical Solution. Today we are going to solve CSIR NET Mathematics December 2015 question paper. In this video we have only dealt with the abstract algebra part. First we look into the part B questions. Question 23. Let S denote the set of all prime numbers P with the property of the matrix S 91 31 0, 29 31 0, 79 23 59 has an inverse in the field Z by P Z. Then so we have defined a set S here which consists of those prime P such that the matrix has an inverse in Z by Pz. So we'll look how to do this question. So I have written in the set notation form. So S is equal to set of all P where P is prime such that this matrix has an inverse in the field Z by Pz. So we know for an inverse to exist the determinant should be non-zero. Also we know that Z by Pz is isomorphic to Zp. Therefore S can be written as set of all P such that determinant of this matrix is non-zero and the field is Zp. So now we will find the determinant of this matrix. So once we find the determinant, we are getting it to be a multiple of 59, 31 and 62. So the determinant has prime numbers 59 and 31. So in Z31 and Z59, we get the determinant of this matrix to be 0. Therefore, other than prime numbers 31 and 59, we get determinant to be non-zero. So S is infinite set. Hence, option 4 will be correct. Next question, question 33. What is the total number of positive integer solutions to the equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 is equal to 15? So we need to find how many positive integers satisfies this equation. So now we'll look how to do this question. So we have the prime factorization of 15 as 3 into 5. So we need xi's and yj's such that x1 plus x2 plus x3 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 is equal to 15, where 15 is equal to 3 into 5. And note that xi and yj belong to z plus. Now we need x1 plus x2 plus x3 equal to 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 is equal to 5. For x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 3, there is only one possibility, that is x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x3 is equal to 1. For y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 to be 5, there are 4 possibilities. That is, one yi can be 2 and the rest all 3 yi's to be 1. So y1 can be 2, y2 is equal to y3 is equal to y4 is equal to 1. y2 can be 2, y1 is equal to y3 is equal to y4 is equal to 1. y3 can be 2, y1 is equal to y2 is equal to y4 is equal to 1. y4 is equal to 2, y1 is equal to y2 is equal to y3 is equal to 1. Thus the solutions are 1, 1, 1 into 2, 1, 1, 1, then 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So there are 4 number of positive integer solutions satisfying this equation. So now we'll check the correct option. So the correct option is 4th one. Next question, question 34. What is the cardinality of the set of all Z and C such that Z power 98 is equal to 1, Z power n not equal to 1 for any 0 less than n less than 98. So we are given a set here. We have to find how many elements are there in this set. We look into the concept used. Cardinality of the set of all Z and C such that Z power n is equal to 1, Z power k not equal to 1 for 0 less than k less than n is equal to phi of n, where phi is the Euler-Thomson function. Phi of m1, m2, etc. up to mk is equal to phi of m1 into phi of m2, etc. up to phi of mk. If and only if m1, m2, mk are relatively prime. Phi of p power k is equal to p power k minus p power k minus 1 if p is prime. Also phi of p is equal to p minus 1 for p is prime. So now we'll look how to do this question. So they are given this set here. I am denoting it as the set S. So we have to find the cardinality of S, that is the number of elements in S. So using concept 1, this is equal to phi of 98, and writing the prime factorization of 98, that is equal to phi of 2 into 7 square. 2 and 7 square are relatively prime, so we can split using the concept 2. So this is equal to phi of 2 into phi of 7 square. So using concept 3 and 4, this is equal to 1 into 7 square minus 7. So when we simplify this, we are getting the answer to be 42. So cardinality of S is equal to 42. So we'll look the correct option now. So the correct option is third one. Next question, question 35. A group G is generated by the elements x, y with the relations x cube is equal to y square is equal to xy whole power 2 is equal to 1. The order of G is. So group G is defined by the elements x, y. We have to find the order of G. We look into the concept used. If order of A is equal to n, then group generated by A is equal to set of all E, A square, A cube, etc. up to A power n minus 1, where E is the identity element of the group. Order of the group is the number of elements in that group. So now we'll look how to do this question. So given the group is generated by the elements x, y such that x cube is equal to y square is equal to xy whole square is equal to 1. So note that x cube is equal to 1. So order of x is 3 and y square is equal to 1. So order of y is 1. Therefore G is equal to 1 x square comma y. Now we have the product of these elements. So comma xy comma x square y. So G contains only 6 elements. Hence order of G is equal to 6. So now we'll check the correct option. So the correct option is second one. Next question, question 36. Let R be a Euclidean domain such that R is not a field. Then the polynomial ring R of x is always. So we are given a Euclidean domain which is not a field. Then we have to find the property of R of x. So we look into the concept used. If R of x is Euclidean domain, which I am notating it as ED, then R is field. If R of x is principal ideal domain, I'll be denoting it as PID, then R is field. If R is ED, then R is UFD, where UFD means unique factorization domain. If R is UFD, then R of x is also UFD. Now we'll move on to the question. So they are given R to be Euclidean domain such that R is not a field. Now we'll check the options one by one. First option, R of x is always a Euclidean domain. Suppose R of x is Euclidean domain, then R is field, which is contradiction to the given hypothesis. So R of x is not an Euclidean domain. So first option is wrong. Second option, R of x is always a principal ideal domain but not an Euclidean domain. Suppose R of x is PID, then R is a field, which is contradiction to the given hypothesis. So R of x is not a principal ideal domain. So second option is wrong. Third option, R of x is always a UFD but not a PID. Already we got that R of x is not a PID from the second option. Now we'll check this statement. R of x is always a UFD. We know R is Euclidean domain. So using concept 3, R is UFD. And using concept 4, we get R of x is also a UFD. So we got R of x is both UFD and not a PID. So this option is correct. So we'll check the correct option. So the correct option is third one. Next question, question 37. Which of the following is an irreducible factor of x power 12 minus 1 over q? So when we factorize x power 12 minus 1, we are going to get it as a product of both reducible as well as irreducible factor. So once we get that, we'll check which of the option becomes the irreducible factor. So we'll check how to do this question. So x power 12 minus 1 can be written as x power 6 whole power 2 minus 1 whole power 2. This is of the form a square minus b square. So this can be written as a minus b into a plus b. So this is equal to x power 6 minus 1 into x power 6 plus 1. Again this can be written as x cube whole power 2 minus 1 into x square whole power 3 plus 1. This is of the form a square minus b square form, and this is of the form a cube plus 1. A cube plus 1 can be written as a plus 1 into a square minus a plus 1. So once we write that, this is equal to x cube minus 1 into x cube plus 1, x square plus 1 into x power 4 minus x square plus 1. Now we can split x cube minus 1 and x cube plus 1 as x minus 1 into x square plus 1 in plus x into x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1. Then write the remaining terms into x square plus 1 into x power 4 minus x square plus 1. So when we rearrange and write it, this is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x square plus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1 into x power 4 minus x square plus 1. So these are the product of irreducible and reducible factors of x power 12 minus 1. So when we compare with the options, we'll get the irreducible factor. So the irreducible factor is option 3.